Howdy guys and gals, welcome to the Social Regressive where we just passed 40,000 subscribers. Good on you guys, thanks a whole lot. I think that we must be doing something a little bit right around here. We seem to be producing some engaging content, and you guys are bringing a lot of the energy and a lot of the suggestions, and hopefully I've been coming back and following up with some of the things you guys have been coming up with because it has been stellar. Thanks to everybody that has watched a video, that has subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate you guys. It's nice to see the enthusiasm and to get those comments from you guys on what you think about some of the directions that we're heading in and maybe some other ones that we should switch over to. Speaking of which, make sure you stick around to the very end of this video. We have lots of thanks to get through on this, and we have some other little surprises here. But at the very end, we're going to talk about the future of the channel, and I'm going to show off something that I bought over here with money raised by the patrons of the Destructive Arts. We're going to start doing something very weird that I think you guys are going to like very much, and I think it's going to help expand the base and start bringing in some folks that have had some questions about firearms application that I know I've been kind of curious about this, and I think a lot of others are going to be interested as well. Now, before we jump into the full thanks and the state of the channel address, I wanted to talk about Vaughn Precision. Vaughn Precision is a channel that has been producing excellent content. He's a guy that, okay, you know, over here we're doing some kind of kitchen gunsmithing stuff. He does that too, but he's also really started to step up and show you how you can take a precision rifle like one of these and take it up to that next level, and I really recommend that you go check out his channel. He also does some excellent optics reviews, and I've always been really interested to hear his take on everything that he's done, from working up a rifle, working up hand loads, and his optics testing and some of the folks that he's had connections with. Yeah, great channel. Now, here's a little interesting tidbit here. He was in a really nasty accident about a month ago, I think, and it really did mess him up pretty bad. He's really lucky to be alive. He's blessed to be alive, thank God. Because I've seen the pictures of, you know, kind of the aftermath of that, and it is intense. So yeah, it's great to have him still around. But he told his Patreon subscribers that they should rescind their Patreon subscription. They should kind of stop their donations for a while until he can heal up. It's going to be a few months until he can really start getting back into production. He has to kind of lie still with a lot of his surgeries that he's having and a lot of just the damage that he's sustained to his body. And he doesn't want to be, you know, taking money from folks for things that he's not providing. But hey, this dude is someone that's going to be stepping up, I think, you know, to produce as soon as he's ready. He is not the kind of guy to lay dormant. And so what I want to do today is, instead of pushing you guys toward my own Patreon stuff, forget about that. I want you to go over to his channel and let's prank him. I'm going to be one of his subscribers as well, one of his patrons. I want us all to go over there and just do a buck, just do $1. Help to boost his nest egg so that when he does get back into the excellent production that he's been getting into, that he does have some funds to work with so that he can go out and, you know, be able to test more optics and be able to show you more of his techniques, because dude is awesome and I want to see more content from him. Let's get it done, okay? Kurt, you've been awesome, dude. I really appreciate all the help that you've given this channel and just all the feedback that we've had between each other. You rock, man. All right, so let's talk about some of the patrons of the Destructive Arts over on this side that have been stepping up to make these things possible. Have been purchasing some of the equipment here and purchasing that over in the corner, which we're going to take a look at here in a second. Okay, so first off, we have at the 338 Lapua Magnum level, that's $50 a month. That's Sportsman's Guide and Stan & Mary. On the 300 Win Mag level at $20 a month, we have Peter. He has been a long-time subscriber, and yeah, I really appreciate it, man. You have probably purchased whole rifles all by yourself. You're awesome, dude. We have at the 308 Winchester level, we have Dennis Bowman. He has been with the project for a good long while, and that's at $10 a month. We have Brian Ahrens, G. Culpable, John D. Hayes. He's a long-time patron right there. Carl Taboga, Mina Y, Michael Smith, Paul Wilkerson, Shofs Thomas, and yeah, those guys are at the 223 Remington level. That's $5 a month. And then stepping down from there, we have 22 Winchester Magnum Rimfire. So that's going to be Brent Martin, Ashrin, Chris Wilson, Dr. Bahfla, I have no idea, Ed Goodman, Glenn K. Fujikawa, Gregory Dixon, John Stewart, which I had no idea that he was a fan of firearms content, but John Stewart, maybe you should take that into your message, when you're on screen or something. Royce Callison, John Munich, Nicholas Smith, Razvan Radulescu, Rick Thurman, Ruka420, Shannon Copeland has been a long time patron here on the channel, and thanks a lot. We have Steve Zietlow, another long timer, William Gordon Vogt, 3-Ang driver on the 22 long rifle side. We have Adventure Hobby, Alan Sherrill Lipscomb, Alan Bram, Bob, Craig A. Bugno, Craig Thomas, a long time subscriber there, Dan Enebo, Jesse Nichols, Jim Bertolf, Joe Ondrekin, John Barta, Loads of Bacon, great channel, and also the producer of the Reloaders Network. Make sure you go check out the Reloaders Network. I'll put a link down below. They are guys that produce, it's a platform for a lot of the content that YouTube does not like and will immediately just plain cut off. They've shut off whole channels that these guys have created. And this is actually where I'm posting some of my own content now. So if you want to go check out Reloaders Network for some of the things that are verboten, go check them out. Loads of Bacon, you're awesome. Nathan Lidrich, longtime patron there. Peter R. Hanley, Richard Wilbur, Scott Eccleberry, Vaughn Precision, Walt Hagland, YouTube Nate, he's long time. Nate, yeah, you're awesome, dude. Curtis West, YouTube Nate, okay. And then we have all kinds of folks that have been producing in the past, and maybe I haven't had a chance to thank you guys. I'll put a list of everybody that has contributed in the past, and maybe I wasn't able to get to you this time just because of the span between some of these thank you videos that I do. But yeah, here are some of the names of folks that have stepped up and helped to make this content. Keep new camera equipment coming, new audio equipment. We've been able to really step up our game since the last time we had one of these videos, and I'm really happy with the way that it's come out, both in the field and here in the studio. And now I'd like to thank our corporate sponsors that have provided gear for us to test or have provided long-term gear that we can keep and use here around the project. That's going to be all kinds of range gear, or it could be optics, parts. Thank you to folks like US Optics. Up here we have the US Optics TS20X, brand new scope, and I'm going to be releasing that review. I'll put the link around here because this is a really neat one right here. But for the longest time, we have been testing out Bushnell products, Weaver, we have had Savage rifles, CMMG, we've had bipods and rests from people like Blackhawk and Champion. We have stocks from Boyd's and GRS. Accurate Mag bottom metal. We have been able to test all kinds of wonderful things. We've had CMMG rifles, Nikon optics, Warren mounts and rings. And if I've missed anybody else, I'm going to annotate them here on this side. There really is quite a list of folks that have stepped up and been able to provide some of the gear that I can show you guys how it works. And maybe, kind of keep it around so that we can continue testing on all kinds of different platforms. Let's talk about the future of the channel. We've been doing a lot of things right around here. I've enjoyed the optics reviews. I have enjoyed these long-term series where we take a budget rifle and turn it into something better than it was when we started. In this case, a lot better than when we started. It was a good rifle to begin with, but this is something entirely else. If you want to see that extreme edge again, go check out Vaughn Precision. But, as far as kind of tinkering in the garage goes, we took this about as far as it can go, and I'm very, very pleased with how this went. We're going to continue with the optics reviews, and I want to be able to continue to show you not just how these scopes work, here in the studio and what I think of their glass quality and all that. I want to continue to talk about how they actually work out in the field, out at the range or out hunting. And hopefully we'll be able to show more of those hunts and kind of range demonstrations in the future with things like the TS20X here. But we're also going to move into some new things. I want to help describe to you guys, maybe if you have a rig, you have a certain idea, you have a certain type of hunting you want to do, maybe we can start talking about some of the bigger optics questions and helping you to figure out what kind of scope exactly you should be heading for. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting series coming up. But then over here we have something that is going to change things up quite a bit. These are about 42 pounds of Clear ballistics gel. And we have not just one block, we have 3 blocks of this stuff, and we are going to be testing all kinds of projectiles. And not just all kinds of projectiles, make sure that you stay tuned because we're going to be doing some very different things with this, things that I have never seen before on any other channel. I've had some questions about terminal ballistics, and we're about to answer some of those questions, and I think these are questions that you've been having as well. We're going to find out exactly how different projectiles perform in certain scenarios. It's going to be pretty interesting. So yeah, make sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends, get them over here because things are about to get weird around here. I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Even if you didn't like this particular content, go ahead and subscribe. There's probably something coming that's more up your alley. Check out this playlist right here. This is going to have videos in a similar vein to what you just watched. These 2 videos we cherry-picked for you. And finally, The Social Regressive is on Patreon. So you can become a patron of the Destructive Arts and earn some goodies while helping us to provide high-quality videos just by kicking us a few bucks a month. Thanks a bunch for your patronage.